Hello everyone, I'm Nazwa Azzahra and I'm from class 4B in Department of English Education. And right now, I would like to retell a novel. The title is Grace and Favor by Caroline Atcher. The story is about two women named Grace and Favor. They are actually sisters, but they have not met since they were children. Because of family problems and secrets from the past, they grow up in two very different worlds. Pepper lives in London, and she has a comfortable life with her family. Since she was young, she was raised by her father, Lucas Campbell, a rich and famous publisher. Pepper always believed that her mother died when giving birth to her. She never doubted this story because it comes from her father, the person she trusts the most. Meanwhile, Grace lives far away in Long Island, New York. She is a successful novelist, but her life is lonely. She lives in a beach house and keeps herself away from many people. Unlike Favor, Grace didn't grow up with a peaceful family life. When she was a child, she felt unloved and forgotten. She believed that her parents didn't care about her anymore, especially after Favor was born. Because of that pain, Grace left her family and was later adopted by another family. Years passed and Grace became a famous writer. Pepper and Grace lived their own lives without meeting each other. Pepper only found out about Grace when she discovered one of Grace's books. From that book, Pepper began to feel that there was a connection between Grace and her own family history. The biggest conflict begins when Lucas Camel dies. After his death, the family gathers to hear the will. Pepper thinks she will receive something from her father because she is her daughter. But the truth is very shocking. Lucas doesn't leave his money, property, or publishing company to Pepper. Instead, he gives everything to Grace. Pepper feels confused, hurt, and betrayed. She cannot understand why her father gives everything to a woman she has never properly met. For Favor, this is not only about money, it is about family, love, and the trust that has been hidden for many years. Because she was the answer, Favor decided to leave London for a while. She leaves her husband and children to travel to America and find Grace. She wants to know who Grace really is and why her father made such a strange decision. Their first real meeting happens at Grace's book signing event. Grace is meeting her fans and signing books. Favor comes to the event because she wants to see Grace. However, Favor doesn't introduce herself directly. She only watches Grace from a distance because she is nervous, and she doesn't know how to start the conversation. Because of this, Grace begins to feel uncomfortable. She noticed that Favor keeps watching her. Since Grace is a famous writer, she becomes suspicious and thinks that Favor might be harmed. She doesn't know that the woman watching her is actually her own sister. This makes the situation feel tense. Grace feels afraid while Favor is only trying to find the right moment to speak. Finally, Grace decided to confront Favor. She wants to know why the strange woman is following her. At that moment, Grace finally understood the truth. The woman in front of her was not a dangerous stalker. She was Favor, her own sister who had been separated from her since birth. Grace felt very shocked, but Favor also felt confused and emotional. Both of them realized that their life has been shaped by a secret that was hidden for many years. After that, Grace let Favor come into her house, and slowly they stopped feeling suspicious for each other. They began to talk, look at old photos, read old documents, and remember their childhood. And then Favor discovered the painful truth. Her mother didn't die while giving birth to her. That story was a lie. Lucas had hidden the truth and separated the two sisters. After knowing this, Grace and Pepper no longer saw each other as enemies. They realized that both of them were victims of their family's lies. Because of that, their relationship became closer as a sister. However, the conflict is not only focused on Grace and Favor. A new problem appears in Favor's family, especially about Mary, Favor's daughter. Mary is still young and not fully mature in making decisions. When Favor is away, Mary becomes involved with Jason. She sleeps with him. After some time, Mary realizes that she has not had her period for 2 months, and she thinks that she is pregnant. The situation makes Mary feel afraid, confused, and unprepared to face the consequence of her choice. Mary's problem makes Pepper feel shocked and disappointed. As a mother, Pepper feels sad because her daughter has to face such a serious problem at a young age. She is also worried about Mary's future because pregnancy at a young age doesn't only affect Mary herself, but also her whole family. Pepper has to face anger, disappointment, fear, and confusion at the same time. On one side, she wants to scold Mary, but on the other side, Mary is still her daughter who needs guidance and support. This is where Grace's character develops. Grace, who at first seems distant from family life, starts to get involved in Mary's problem. She helps advise Mary calmly, and Grace does not simply judge her, but tries to make her understand that every choice has consequences. This attitude shows that Grace actually has a caring and mature side. She is no longer Pepper's newly found sister, but she slowly becomes part of Pepper's family. Mary's problem also helps Grace and Pepper's relationship develop. They are not connected by their past, but also by a problem happening in the present. Pepper needs support, and Grace begins to be there for her. From this point, Grace and Pepper slowly learn how to become family. They cannot change their last childhood, but they can start building a new relationship as a family. Toward the ending, Grace and Pepper understand that family is not always perfect. They were once separated by secret and decisions made by their parents, but they still have changed to understand each other. Grace learns to open her heart, while Pepper learns that family growth can be painful but important to accept. Mary's problem also teach that in a family, someone does not only need love, but also guidance, communication, and support. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.